to Slayerfest 98. I'm Jamie Jirak.
Hi, I'm Angela Rockstar.
Hi, I'm Gabby.
And I'm Ian Carlos Crawford, and today we are here to talk Angel Season 4, Episode 5, Supersymmetry. Before we get into it, I always forget to do this, so I'm going to plug the Patreon. We have a Patreon where we're going through Buffy Season 5 for its 25th anniversary, and we're also going through every episode of Buffy as it turns 25, X-Men the Animated Series, Batman the Animated Series, and any other random shit that I like to watch. We have Zoom Hangouts, we have watch-alongs. Any and all support is much appreciated. Gabby, it's your first episode as an Angel co-host. I'm so excited to have you. You and Jamie have both been on my short list of people to ask, since season 3, I feel like, that I was, going to ask to come as co-hosts. So I'm happy to have you both. Tell us how you got into Angel, if you remember.
I got into Angel because I was obsessed with Buffy, and obviously for different reasons. It appealed to me who was in school when I started watching it, and just the school shenanigans. And then I thought Angel was hot, so natural jump over. But I really appreciate Angel the series for Cordelia's story. She was my favorite character. I don't know if it's true now. Now that I'm older, I'm I feel like I have a different one. But just watching her grow from the person that she was in Buffy to who she is in Angel, that was such a treat.
That's how I sell people on Angel, because I'm it is so worth it to see. I mean, granted, the way her story ends isn't great this season, but yeah, prior to that, it's great. And I do feel like if you liked Buffy and you like Cordelia, that makes it alone worth watching Angel. Yeah, that's always what I do to sell people on. So we're here to talk Supersymmetry. What we think revisiting this episode for the recording? Gabby, do you want to go first?
Sure. I was watching and I remembered the A plot. I remembered that Fred has this thing with Pylea and her old professor, but I'd forgotten about the Connor and Cordelia kiss. I was like, oh my God, this is the episode.
I forgot it was this episode too. When it happened, I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, it was even worse as an adult. I was like, wow, oh, okay. It makes me feel a little uncomfortable. But I love, again, not to be Cordelia's biggest fan, but I love how self-assured she is. Her being I don't need things hidden from me. I can tell something's wrong, and taking such charge of her own life in that way. So different from Buffy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. Angela, what'd you think?
This episode has a lot of parts to it, I feel like, and it takes you a lot of different places, and in some points you're like, oh, and in some points you're like, ick, and
yes,
it's an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Jamie.
It's funny because, we did episode 1 and I would have liked to have watched the 3 in between. I just didn't have time. And I was like, dang, there are a couple bangers ahead of this one.
There are.
And then this one I think is a mixed bag. Because I think I've seen this so many times that my subconscious knew to look at my phone during the kiss, and I looked up and I go, oh, I missed it. And I'm not mad about it. But I do like that it's the beginning of the end of Fred and Gunn. And I also like the Lila and Wesley stuff because as we talked about in episode 1. So there's and I like Nasty Fred. I like what she's doing here. So it is but Connor and Cordelia make me want to gouge my eyeballs out. So it's it is a roller coaster. That's the perfect.
I also didn't know it was this episode. I thought it was a little later on. It's pretty quick. I was like, well, that doesn't happen for a while yet. Well, nope, fuck me. Also, I did not remember this at all, that she even says, oh, there's a picture of me holding you as a baby right over there. And it's yeah, that's weird.
yeah.
I saw someone online defending it. Well, technically she's much closer in age to Connor than Angel. And I'm like, that's insane. That's actually an insane thing.
Sure, but she's also basically his mom.
Right.
Yeah, when she drew attention to it, I was just like, wait, she realizes why this is weird, but then we still go with it. Bleh.
I think what's like, you can recognize that like Angel and Buffy, for example, made you a little bit like, I reflect and it still makes me uncomfortable. But at the time, it seems romantic because he didn't raise her as a child. He just pops up. Right. So I'm just like, Cordelia, what are we doing? Because she also has made a few like jokes here and there. And obviously they're played as jokes, not anything serious, but a few jokes about how old Angel is. And then she's like, anyway, oh my God, I just don't get it.
Yeah. You're right. That really is the big difference. It's like Angel didn't hold Buffy as a baby. Yeah. And like, you know, who doesn't have mommy or daddy issues? So like, sure, I can get why Connor would be into her.
Yeah, she's hot. She's hot.
Right. She's also hot. Yeah.
Right.
But like, I would think that would repel her. But, well, I guess you could also, I thought, Jamie, you were going to say the defense of it, which is the only way I can do it in my brain where I don't like lose my mind is like, this kind of isn't Cordelia. Like,
I was thinking that too. Like, it is all a plot, but it doesn't make sense because I don't think they knew that at the time. I really am not convinced that the seeds were being planted. So it's like we can unwrap our brains all day, but at the end of the day, it's gross.
Yeah. Yeah. So Gabby, I think I might have said this in your last recording too, Angela. The writers said that this was always the like course of the season. They only tweaked it slightly when Charisma got pregnant, but like I don't buy that, right?
They always wanted her to raise him and then fall in love with him after, you know.
Yeah. Like
okay.
I've had so many actors lie to my face in interviews. It's like I don't believe any shit anybody says.
Right. You had literally the viral clip of Harrison Ford lying to your face and he was lying.
Exactly.
That's like when all the like leaks were happening for the Buffy revival and people are like, well, Sarah Michelle Gellar said it's not true. I'm like, well, actors always say that about Andrew Garfield spent a year saying he wasn't in Spider-Man from Home, No Way Home. And like, then he was. That's what they do.
I believe everything Sarah Michelle Gellar says, though, like to a fault. Like she could say whatever.
That is also fair. I feel like all of us like queers of a certain age that like it's like, oh, Sarah Michelle Gellar does no wrong. Like, I like because sometimes when I see like the younger fans, the way they talk about her when it's not so nice, I'm like, well, how dare you? Like, who do you think you're talking about? But they don't fucking care the way we do. So we open on Fred screaming. She has an article published on the name of the episode, Supersymmetry. Gunn tries to read it. That would be me. I got like a legal thing about my student loans a few years ago. And like, I was like, I know what these words are, but I don't understand what the legal jargon just like in my brain. And I fucking teach writing. So like, fair. She gets really horny pretty quickly. And I was like, how is that skirt staying on her butt? This is what I was wondering. But like, good for her. I would also want my ass to look nice if I'm doing like a horny love scene. That's what I always think of. It's like, sometimes, well, with this show, because we know about Joss, but like, it could be very male gazy, but sometimes I'm like, but I would want to make sure I looked hot. Like, yeah, I'm going to arch my back and have my ass out. Like, Lorne and Angel, poor Lorne. I feel like Lorne gets like so shit on this season. He's like used as like a plot device and he's like so fun, but he's always getting knocked out. He's always getting beat up. He's in bed. I like his and Angel's relationship. Like, they don't seem like they would be close, but Angel's like the one he's closest with of the gang, I feel like, right? And I just like the idea of Angel bringing him like lunch and having a little tray for him. And he's like, here you go. Lorne kind of recaps a little bit with like, oh, Cordy's shacking up with your hellspawn. I like how like very quickly they're all starting to fucking hate Connor. Like, Fred hates him already. Gunn is kind of hates him too. Lorne understandably hates him. And yeah, just like us.
I dare you to find someone who likes him. Like, seriously, like there has to be somebody, right?
Right.
Connor defender.
There has to be.
Like, Alexis Bledel is out there, with like her sign. Wait, married to him, right?
Is she?
One of the people are married to him. I think it's her.
When I watched this, I think I said this to you, Jamie, or maybe you, Angela, like, when I watched live, I was like giving Connor a lot of like.
Oh my God, you're right. It's Alexis Bledel.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but they also have since divorced. So I just looked it up. So never mind.
She's not a fan any longer.
Not holding that sign. When I watched live, and I think this is because at the time I thought Connor was cute. I was like giving him a lot of leeway because I was like, oh, but like he did have this trauma. He's gonna get better. Like they're gonna make his character better. And like, as you pointed out, Jamie, not till like one singular episode in season 5 do they make him better.
Better than nothing. At least we get,
Yeah. And I do like when he comes in the finale. I'm like, this is a version of Connor I like. I wish I would have preferred a season of this rather than the season we get of him. Angel hears Connor, like everything about this I hate. He like grips him up and is like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like getting shit for Cordelia. And when he's like, her feet get cold and Connor's like, I know. She steals the covers. Oh.
Not only is it so cringy, but my thing is, wouldn't he smell Connor? Wouldn't he know it was Connor?
Right? Like he could smell like Buffy and stuff, couldn't he?
Yeah, he knows what Connor smells like. Unless his little hodgepodge that he's living in is all dirty. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, when he's like, oh, I know her feet get cold, she steals the covers, I'm just like, I hate this. I was talking about it with someone earlier, and we were saying how like it really does feel like we're punishing not only Cordelia Chase, but Charisma Carpenter. Like, and I mean,
and the audience.
Yes. Yeah.
No one's winning.
No. Post credits, we get, which is cute, Fred's practicing her speech with Lauren, because I really do like Fred and Lauren's relationship too. They're like cute together. A thing in our Discord, some people were saying this, and I hadn't realized it as much. This season, we're not even that far into the season, but like there are a lot of like double entendre sex puns all with Fred.
Which, like, dang it, Joss, for being a creep, because this is my type of humor.
Yes.
And I don't find myself creepy. And now I have to reevaluate everything in my life. When I think things are funny, and then I'm like, you're just a creep. And now I'm a creep.
But you're not written by a man. That's the difference.
The face opens up like
because I remember when I worked for BuzzFeed and I did a like piece about like bad things about being a comic book nerd, and oh boy, did it make everyone angry. And one of the things was like sexist outfits. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with Power Girl's really ridiculous like white bikini and boob window outfit. But that was like the example. And I had people accusing me of being sexist because she's allowed to wear what she wants. And it's like, well, right, but she's a fictional character.
She doesn't wear autonomy.
Yes, if she were real, she's allowed to wear whatever the fuck she wants. But like a man created this.
It reminds me of like Beau DeMaio. So now when we're talking about season 1 of X-Men 97 and they have Magneto in the Speedo, I wanted him as a rival skin. I thought that would be great, but that didn't happen. And everyone's like, well, duh, because Beau DeMaio. I don't think we should blame one man. That was I mean, some of us are just into that.
And Magneto is so hot in X-Men 97. It's like crazy. So I agree.
I think the three of us are maybe like the only ones that really loved it. I feel like a lot of people, because Jamie, didn't you get a lot of hate for saying you liked the Road to Magneto? Wasn't it you I talked about that with?
You know what? I feel like I did get a little bit of it, but people understood it's sexy. It doesn't have to be endgame. Sexy,
right.
Like,
yeah.
That's the same thing. Like, I think the thing about Fred and making her sexy is that they want to show that two men desire her at the same time. So we got to see a little butt. But also they spent so much like, oh, she's a twig. She's a little nerd. Like, let the girl be hot. I like it too. Who cares?
Yeah. And like, they seem to waver with that, right, Jamie? Like, I think what you said is like really the thing that bothers me, because it is sometimes like, oh no, she's just like meek and shy. And then it's like, oh, but no, she's hot and sexy and horny. No. Actually, she's like kind of prudish and shy. And like, we like can't quite land And I mean, this season they're doing a lot more with her in general, which I do like. I like getting more Fred. Amy Acker's great. But I think that maybe is why that bothers me, Jamie, because you're right. It's like, pick what you want her to like. Because sometimes she's confident and other times she's like fully meek, like can't. I don't know.
Yeah. I like what she evolves to, though. I feel like I don't know if you're when we first started watching. I'm not a fan of when Fred first.
I remember,
appeared.
yeah.
He's so like no. I like that she really starts to find some power and find some footing and find a little like, oh, this nerd is badass. Like, okay,
yeah, like she can be a nerd who fucks. Like that is fine.
Right.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that fall into that category.
Right.
Welcome to Slayerfest 98.
Right.
Yeah, no, and I do think season 5 is the best version of her. I mean, granted, then she dies, but it's the best version of her. Like,
and then it's the best version of her.
Yeah.
In case y'all don't know, Jamie has an Illyria tattoo.
I love Illyria so much.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
So what is it? Angel, they just like she's practicing her speech. Angel's like, oh, I didn't know she was getting back into physics. Fred's excited. It's cute. Then we do Wes and Lila. What the fuck was that helmet? Was it just like
It was expensive.
Yeah.
I assumed it's some kind of artifact that like probably should be in a museum and that she knows he would know what it was. And it was a very romantic gesture and he knew that and he was a little cold about it.
He was. I couldn't decide how to like read that scene because he did seem to be appreciative of the weird ass helmet, but then he just like weirdly grabs her arm and is like, I have to go. And like turns
he has to go
away.
see Fred.
Yeah.
That's what's it's Fred. It always comes down to Fred.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, we have like Gunn seems to be getting a little intimidated by Fred at this point, which I didn't really get and didn't feel like would be his character, but whatever. Write it in there.
Yeah. I feel like they never knew how to write them together. Because, like, they always felt, for me, like, this season, they have better chemistry than they did last season, but they always read as, like, friends to me. And yeah, Gunn seems like he would, like, think that's hot. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
She, like, knows about science shit that I don't. I think that's hot when, like, a dude is smarter than me and, like, can, like, talk about shit that I know nothing about. I do think that's hot. I'm like, all right, cool. Lila also, I gotta point out, looks fucking fantastic in this scene. The way her hair is done, it's, like, a little different than usual, but still, like, fantastic. I also love how, because this tracks for Lila, but we haven't seen it, right? We hadn't seen her with a fuck buddy, partner, boyfriend, whatever. Like, I like that when he's like, this must have cost a fortune. And she's like, yes, it will take you hours to thank me properly. Like, she's like, you're going to go down on me. Like, and like, knowing Lila, that tracks that she would be like that, right? Like, I feel like that fits her character, that she'd be like, yeah, the gift is cute. Now we're going to fuck.
And we know Wesley's a pleaser. So I bet he's really good at it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, he's like the straight guy that would like tell me he really likes eating pussy. Like,
God bless those.
I recently had a straight guy say to me, do you know there are straight guys that don't like doing that? I was like, yes. And it's really nice to hear that you're not one of them, but yes.
Crazy. Insane.
So she sees the journal. The like, that Fred published in, and she kind of, I feel like it's like Lila kind of gets that he's like, I don't know if she gets that he's leaving for Fred, but she gets that he's still obsessing or like into Fred, right? Because she sighs, but it's not like she looks like furious. She's just like, So we go back to Cordy and Connor, and we get, this makes me so mad because why is she hanging up pictures of everybody if she doesn't want to be there and she doesn't want to be with them? Like, the hotel seems like a way better place to live than this weird-ass warehouse.
It's like, is she trying to jog her memory by having the photos? Also, is this the first time we've ever seen her parents?
Yes. I don't think we ever saw them on Buffy.
No. How did they decide? Who were those people? I have so many questions.
She even says, like, oh, there's no pictures of Angel. And I'm like, well, but why are you living at the hotel then? That just seems easier and like, I don't know, than living with this teenager who I bet it stinks in there. Like, I don't know. Hotel seems like it might smell nice. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't love any of this. Yeah, so anyway, moving on. Fred, Gunn, and Angel. She's going to see her old.
Wait. Connor said she was a demon hunter, right? Is that at this part?
Yeah.
Do you think that like was he actually trying to get her to remember who she was, or he's making her into his own little Cordelia fantasy?
I was wondering that too, Angela, actually. So I was like, is that because like he was a kid, so he didn't like know how much she worked with Angel and like
Right.
he was training her last season and it was sexy. So like maybe to him she was like a full, but it also could be like his mommy fantasy.
Right.
She also uses her visions as a form of hunt. Like, that's
True.
that kind of counts. I think that calling her a demon hunter is a fair thing.
Okay.
I do think he thinks it's hot. Like, absolutely. But I do think it's a fair moniker for Cordelia.
Fair. And I mean, who among us wouldn't think it was hot?
Right.
She's excited to see her professor. I do like the him and Angel like being supportive but having no fucking clue what anyone's talking about. I am like charmed by that. It's like these two like doofy guys who are tough, like being like, yeah, we love Fred, so we're gonna support her. Well, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Like I'm like very charmed by that. Especially with like, because Angel, Gunn is her boyfriend, so he kind of is obligated, but like, Angel's just her pal. And I like that he's like, yeah, I'll go too. In the auditorium, Angel spots Wesley, and then he spots Lila, who is spotting Wesley. I think what I don't like is the weird, like, love not triangle, like, square? Yeah. I don't know. It's like, but
Tentacle of love.
I go back and forth. What do we think? Because I know Lila was there to be like, is Wesley seeing her? Okay, he is. But I don't know my reading on that for Lila, because I also we know Lila likes to keep tabs, right? Like she likes to know. But do we think it's like she's like being super jealous when she goes, or is she like just keeping tabs? I don't know.
Yeah, she's jealous.
Oh, she's definitely jealous.
Yeah, okay.
100%, no question. She just bought the man a helmet.
That's true.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes you need to see things with your own eyes for it to really feel real. And maybe it was that. That's how I read it, at least.
That's fair. Angela, what do you think?
I do. I think she went to check in, and I think he likes this innocent little bitch.
Yeah.
Like I'm giving it to him in the ways that he needs, and I don't understand. This evil business and down here is working it out for him. I don't understand why he's over there on the side of light.
This evil business down there. Dark. Because she does dress as her in a few episodes.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. She's which is like really fucked up. Like
really fucking weird. And also like when she's styled as Fred, it also just kind of looks like Britney Spears from Oops, I Did It Again.
They do that with Harmony and Buffy, right? And yes. Spike and Angel. Oh, you like her, huh? Yeah. All right.
But Spike asked for that. Like,
yeah, that's true.
He requested it. That's different.
She's like,
offering it up is
you
bizarre.
Like this girl better than me? Look, I'm cosplaying as her. That is kind of like a weird surprise. I was surprised how long her speech went on for before the portal opened. Like, I was like, isn't the portal gonna... Oh, we're still doing more science-y talk? I thought that was like a little like... But I guess we were setting the scene so Angel could get his like photographic memory scene, because it's like we're like showing the room. Portal opens, these like... It looks like fucking hentai porn tentacles coming out of that portal. They nab Fred... Angel and Gunn jump to action. How fucking long did it take Wesley to get there? Because it's like, he's in that auditorium. He's like holding a knife standing there. And it's like, oh, he didn't get there before. But they were fighting it for a while, I feel like. I'm gonna like run. Poor Fred. Amy Acker's so good. Like when Gunn like holds her and she's just like wide-eyed staring into the distance. It's like, oh, this poor... She like... That would understandably trigger her, right? Like, I might go comatose, like, after that, if it's like, oh, I'm gonna be in another fucking hell dimension. Yeah, I think Amy Acker's always great. I mean, yeah. We go back to Angel rips Lila's roof off of her BMW, which, sure. I always like these scenes because Lila, even if she's like, oh, he might do something, she's still not like fully pressed about it, which I like. She's like, she's like more annoyed where she's like, oh, we're doing this again. Like, I like at the end when she's like, yeah, Hulk smash. Like, he's an idiot to her, right? Like, he's like annoying.
Yeah.
And I like that it's not that she's this super powerful, demony monster. Like, she's like a regular human. She just can't stand him and knows he's like a do-gooder. So, like,
he doesn't scare her at all.
No. But she has seen so much worse, right? I imagine like every day she's seen like 800 terrible demons and she's like, all right, sign a contract, whatever. So I would imagine like a human looking person who's just kind of like a dude is nothing, right? Like,
it doesn't kill humans.
Yeah,
like what are you?
She knows he's not gonna do it. Yeah, like he can threaten her all he wants. So we learn that she was not the cause of it. Angel thought it was. We go back to the hotel. Poor Fred with her PTSD. And when Gunn said, like, you're safe now, and she was like, I was safe in the library until I read those words and got sucked into the portal, I was like, oh, I get it, girl. Like, she's spiraling, understandably so. The next morning we get what do we think of this scene? Because I don't mind it, and I kind of like when shows do this, but it's weird that we've never done it before with, like, Angel setting up the chairs and, like, fully... Right?
I thought the same thing. I was like, you have this ability. Where are you doing that?
Yeah.
Is he bringing other people in? Like, could Gunn see what he was seeing because he was using vampire mind powers?
I don't think so. I think it's just like he has a fully photographic memory, and Gunn got that he set it up like the auditorium. Gabby, what do you think?
He got like some vampire lore, they can bring you into their
like realm or whatever
world or whatever. I didn't know if that was happening or if it was just Angel visualizing.
Gabby, what'd you think?
I thought it was weird. I just opened my notes and I wrote, suddenly Angel has photographic memory.
Right?
Has this come up?
And then when I looked it up, because I was like, am I bugging? Apparently he just has photographic memory from this episode and then again in Habeas Corpus.
Yeah. Which is weird, right? It's like a weird thing to add 4 seasons into a show that was a spinoff from 3 seasons of another show.
Right. And I loved every second of it.
Yeah, I did like it.
Like, it makes sense for a vampire to have that ability.
Yeah.
Because they're like, they remember everything. And we've heard him many times say, like, he remembers everyone he's ever killed or whatever. So, like, it makes sense, but it is, like, convenient.
Because you know what I was thinking of? I don't know. I can't remember if she did it. I think it was in Luke Cage, how Misty Knight, or it might have been in Daredevil. I can't remember which show, where they like first introduce her and she has a memory like that when she's like at a crime scene where she's like figuring out what happened and like they do that. But it's consistent like every time she goes to a crime scene, they do that with her. And yeah, I like it as a plot device. It looks cool. It looks cool when it's panning around and it's like he sees the crowd and then he singles out one person. And even Gunn says, how come you never pulled this trick out before? And it's like...
That's what made me think that Gunn was seeing it too.
That didn't...
That was what made me question it, because before when he was kind of like, okay, I see that but then when he said that, I was like, oh, can he see them too? Like, is he seeing the visualization?
I had like a minute of like, wait. But I think it's just like he realized the setup is what he was realizing. Like, oh, this is set up like the auditorium. He's talking about the people.
Right.
They suspect the guy who I forgot to point out what is that fucking tiny ass camera he has? I don't remember those. Do y'all?
That was way cooler than anything I ever remember.
Like
it was like this big.
Yeah, it looked like kind of like a disposable camera, but like super tiny. Yeah. Huh. It's funny shit like that like really dates these shows, right? Where it's like, just take out your fucking phone. Oh, right. They would not have had an iPhone. They go to the comic shop to talk to that guy. They rough him up a little bit. Medium warm take. I was like, this guy's a better comic nerd than The Big Bang Theory. Like everyone in that show, like it feels more like he is a nerd. He's making a nerd pun, but it's not like, I don't know. It's like fine.
By the end of it, I was kind of like, oh, I wish he could be their intern. Like he had
Right?
really great like banter with them.
Mm-hmm.
I love that he said Angel was on the like whatever the
Message
Discord
boards,
server
yeah.
or whatever they were, the chatty rooms.
I love when we draw attention to Angel is old. Like I like that when he's like, ooh, the chatty rooms, and it's like pop. But like Angel is old, right? Like
I like the idea too that like it does make sense that there would be internet boards about him. Like people have seen him for sure. Yeah. I was like, oh, I wonder if I can go to that comic shop, and I tried to look up where it is in LA, and I couldn't find it. I could not find the information. So if anyone knows, let me know because I want to go there.
Do you think it probably was a real shop, not a set?
That's a great question.
It did kind of look like a real shop.
Yeah, I would imagine it would be a real shop because it's so easy. There's like so many in LA, but who knows?
That's right. Yeah. And he does say like, oh, you're like smushing the Dark Horse, which is Dark Horse Comics put out the Buffy comics back then. The gun thing where he like references a specific issue of Daredevil, I was like, what? Like
this is after the Hulk smash reference. So I was just like, okay, we're really superheroing it out this episode. Cool.
And like episode 2, they mention like they call the bad guy Lex Luthor. They're like, sure, I'll take it. Right. Like, fine. Give me comic book references. I don't fucking care.
I thought deeply about this.
Okay.
Because at first I was like, okay, would Gunn read Daredevil? And I was like, I feel like Gunn might be more of a Punisher guy, but then the wheels kept turning, and I was like, I think that they made him a Daredevil guy because Daredevil doesn't kill people, and this episode is all about how Gunn won't kill somebody. So like that's his hero is Daredevil. So that means that he was raised on a hero that isn't just murdering human beings. That's my take on that.
Jamie,
wait, that's a great take.
That is.
I didn't even think of that. Whoa.
That is a really good, like, galaxy brain stone take that is, like, really good.
Yeah.
Because now that you're saying that, I'm like, yeah, that sounds right.
Planting the seeds.
Yeah. So, yeah, the guy's like, oh, I could be your intern. And Gunn's like, we're all full, but the total ring's in the mail. The thing I like is, so Fred goes to see her professor. We get a little bit of like whatever them yapping. I like that Wild Gun and Angel are finding out, oh, it must be the professor, that she's already found it out. Like, I do really like that she's already there. And she's like, yeah, it's my professor and I'm going to kill him. Like, what do we think of the conversation around that? Because these shows do that often. And I think it's like, that's like the time and the era, but like, I really don't love when it's like, well, no, if you get revenge, then you're going to kill and I'm just like, I don't fucking know. Let her kill him. Like, he deserves it.
There's no other form of justice other than Angel investigations when it comes to the supernatural stuff. And Buffy, if you're in Sunnydale, right? So like, there's nothing else that they could realistically do except figure out their own form of punishment or justice or whatever. And I feel like the victim-centered approach would be to listen to Fred. Like she wants to trap him exactly where he put her. I would let her rock.
Right. I just feel like
maybe I wouldn't do it, but I would let her rock.
Right.
Why do they think he's gonna die more than she survived? You know,
right.
Like they're saying, oh, he'll never survive that, but like she's like 80 pounds and she did time. So like I don't understand. And also I thought it was really weird if we go back when the blonde TA, like I remember watching this episode and thinking, oh, maybe she's the one doing it. Because it's just like they make such a point about her and really close up in a moment. And then you just, she brings her up again when she's like got the stuff pointed at him. But I felt like that woman, I don't know what happened. Maybe she got sick during filming or something. I feel like she was supposed to have a bigger. I
wonder if that was a red herring, like to keep it up in the air. Like maybe you think it's her. Because I did think this. I was like, wait, what about that lady? But
they like zoom in on her.
Like,
right.
Her only purpose is that she's kind of dumb compared to them. Like that turns out to be it. She's just not as smart as anyone else.
I guess you're right, because like that's why she's alive. Like that's why she wasn't put in a portal, because she's kind of dumb. Which like, oh great, you didn't kill me because you thought I was stupid. I like that Fred, I really like when Fred has agency, because sometimes when she does not have agency, I like that she's like not arguing with these men. She's like, okay, I'm going to go take a nap. but like goes to see Wesley because she knows Wesley will be down to help her.
Right. Because that's her man.
Yeah, I like that. And I like that Wesley's like, sounds great. Let's do it. Like,
Yeah. What are we doing?
because like you said, Gabby, I might not do it, but like I would be like, you do you, Fred. This is what you need.
Right.
Sure. Like,
well, even Wesley is like, I mean, but they are right. It will extract a toll or something of that nature. And I'm like, what toll exactly? He hasn't been punished at all for doing that to her. Like so many years ago that he's done to other people since.
Yeah. Like there is like, and of course there would be more women after too. So like you said, there's no form of justice for what do they do? Call the police. This guy's throwing women into a like crazy dimensional porthole. Yeah. Like, I don't know that would do anything. So like, it is just up to them, even though he's like a human. Buffy season 6 did it well with like, ooh, we don't want Willow to kill Warren. And then she fucking does. Like, I liked that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, I get Buffy's like, well, that's my best friend. I don't want her to become a murderer. But like, yeah, fuck Warren. Like, yeah, you kill him. Like, and like, I can understand the like, don't kill Andrew and Jonathan because sure. Anyway, sorry, Jamie.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, I don't really have strong opinions on whether or not she should kill the guy and what's the right thing to do, but I do have strong opinions about, I love that Gunn says no and Wesley says yes, because as I said last time I was on, and I will say 800 more times, Fred and Wesley are my OTP, and I'm just like, yay, they're working together behind Gunn's back. And I do love Gunn. I just don't think him and Fred are a good couple. So, I wish Gwen though. Why not more Gwen? I'll forever be mad that she's only in 4 episodes, but that's
that episode recording, it was funny. Like everyone was in agreement. Like Gwen fucking rules, and she's hot. Like she's like Faith and Catwoman with electricity powers. Like. And they did have good chemistry. She had good chemistry with Angel and with Gunn.
Yeah.
Her and Gunn should have been a thing. But what can you do?
I wonder with a character like her, if it was kind of like Lila, where like, because they did such a big revamp, they kind of just had to budget-wise ditch side characters. Because it is weird that she is in enough episodes to be like a random reoccurring character, but then only this season. Also, give me more X-Men ripoff characters. Sure, I don't care. So Wesley like gets some books, and she gets. This is gonna sound. I don't remember. I was like, could those phones get text messages? So was that like a text, or was that just like her phone? Right? Because I was like, oh, does she think it's a text message and it's just in a different language? And we see the screen. It's got like the things. Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, the handy phone, the Nokias had texting.
Did they? I couldn't remember if they did.
Like early 2000s, okay. Right?
I feel like it's when you had to pay like 50 cents per text.
Yeah.
Was that when you would like text us, like you would text a number to text it to? Remember, what was that? Where it would like, or was that like Twitter, where you would text Twitter to like post a tweet?
Twitter, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi, we're all old here. So he like grabs her, they jump over the sofa, and we get the cut to Connor and Cordelia. And Cordelia's like, we killed it. And she kisses him out of excitement. And then kisses him.
I have never gotten so excited. I just had to kiss like that. I was like, I don't get it.
Right? Like a hug maybe, but like, and like
you just killed something. You're like so overcome.
Let's make out.
Let's make out with this young guy. Okay.
With who was a baby 8 months ago that I held. Like
that I held and fed with a bottle and changed his diaper.
Oh God. So yeah, that happens. Gunn and Angel learn Fred is gone. Wes and Fred are on their way to the professor. The conversation her and Wesley have is very weird when she's like, Gunn doesn't have it in him, not like us. And I'm like, what? Like, he's tougher than both of you. Wesley has only recently gotten tough.
Not Wesley Wyndham Price, right? Like, really?
Like, in this season, yeah, he's tough, but, like, not just in this season. I don't know.
You know, I really thought about this one, too. And I don't think it's about, like, tough or muscle. I do think it is more about character. and just saying that Gunn is a more decent, has a more of a moral compass, and Wesley is like, Wesley has made the wrong decision almost every time in his life, and it has, my poor man, it has damaged him on a really deep level, and it's made him different. I think that's really what it's about, not necessarily like punch.
Jamie, once again, with the good reading. I like that. Yeah. Angel gets there first, and I love when he uses his top voice. He like throws the desk over and is like, I know what you did, blah blah blah. Like I like that Angel. That's when he's the most attractive to me. The professor does a thing, this goofy demon that doesn't die, which sure, I like that bit. That like he's like holding the head and it still gets up. The professor runs out and Fred knocks him over with the thing. I do think this is a good line when she's like, you know what they say about payback? Well, I'm the bitch. I did think that was a good line. And again, I liked seeing her with agency and being the one to like decide what's happening here and like doing it, even though she knows like all these men around her are like, no, like you're too sweet, don't do it. And she's like, no, fuck this guy. So then we cut back to Connor and Cordelia talking about the kiss, which, oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, she righted the ship. She's like, it shouldn't have happened. We all agree.
And then, but then we know she goes back to the non-CPR mouth-to-mouth. She even mentions the fucking baby picture, Jesus Christ. We go back to Angel fighting the demon. I like the bit of him holding the head. Fred is like confronting the professor. She knows that he does this when he feels threatened. She opens a portal. I don't know what I think about all this. What happens here? Like, I don't love it. Like Gunn running in, because also I don't understand why Gunn snaps his neck and then throws him. Like, we could have just pushed him.
Right.
It feels like they don't want Fred to actually be evil. So they had someone else who has already, been responsible for death do it. And then now she's like technically absolved of responsibility, even though she's the one who like kind of gets them to that point.
Yeah. I don't know that I liked it. I didn't like that.
That's when like her having agency just like disappears. They're like, never mind now. So it feels like a start and a stop of the momentum of the episode for me.
Yeah, that was what I was setting that up because I like that we have agency and then suddenly we just don't. And I'm like, let her fucking do it. Cause also we're still pushing him in the fucking portal. So like, I don't know, like it just felt also weird that he snaps his neck first. Cause like, I don't know, just fucking push him in. That old man ain't getting back. Jamie, give me your reading.
I think it's an act of mercy. Like, it's all he can think to do in the moment. Like, Fred's going to push him in, and this man's going to be in a hell dimension, and he thinks killing him is the better choice because, like you said, it does absolve her, and he doesn't want her to be responsible for someone's death. I think it's a mixture of both. He doesn't want her to be responsible for whatever happens in that thing. He also knows how awful it's going to be. But I don't, ultimately, what it comes down to for me is none of this matters. I like that it's a really good way to break them up. And I'm not just saying that because I don't like them. I think it makes sense because like, I think Gwen called this out later, like, oh, you guys are fighting. Weren't you like just like obsessed with him 3 episodes ago? Because like, that is something you don't come back from. You got in the way of my murder, and now you feel guilty about your murder. How do you feel? Like, that is not a relationship step that you can like go to therapy for. Right. So I think bigger picture, it works.
Yeah, I do think it's like it. I mean, it is not. I do think it is. It is the beginning of the end of their relationship.
I feel like the more just thing would have been to make him suffer in the hell dimension alive.
Right. Yeah.
Like, eye for eye, and then nobody would have had to feel guilty about murdering him, or they could feel guilty like maybe he's dead, but it wouldn't be that whole like, because you're right, they can't come back from that. It's just a whole bad, and then he's like, we took care of it, and it's like, I don't know.
Also, I mean, I guess it also does clean up the body. I guess if like you just want to kill him, but also like, what are you gonna do with this body? Throw it in the portal. Poof, it's gone. No one's accused of murder because there is literally no body. A little anticlimactic. We just kind of, like you said, Angel's like, oh, okay, they took care of it. We do later apparently go back to that where like Angel says he knows what they did, which also makes sense. Like I feel like I don't know, like you were saying, Jamie, sometimes they can smell people. Sometimes they have like the really good hearing. I feel like he would have heard whatever happened. Everyone's all somber. Go back to the hotel. Cordelia's there. Her and Angel have a sit down. She asks if they were ever in love. I'm so torn with the season because there are things that I do like. I think the Faith arc is fucking fantastic. I think the Beast is cool as a villain. I like when he goes to Wolfram and Hart and like kills everybody, seeing Lila with a gun. Like I like all that shit, but like oof, I like hate everything we do with Cordelia this season. And I actually like I've been thinking about it this start of this season. Like I do feel bad for Angel, right? Like it's like he had a pretty rough year after his son was born. It's like Darla was pregnant, staked herself. He gets the baby gets stolen. Like I just feel like he doesn't really get a fucking break.
Yeah.
He hasn't gotten a break since he fucked Buffy.
That's
that was
true.
That was all downhill from there.
Man, I don't know. I guess I like never thought about it that much, but I was like, yeah. And then even like season 5, there's like a moment where it's like, we're good, but then it's a fucking apocalypse and yeah. Anyway, some trivia for this episode. Seidel and his students study theoretical physics, yet the lab attached to his office is for experimental work. I was like, I don't get that because theoretics would not be
right.
a lab. Yeah.
He even specifically is like, I'm only in the theoretics. Like, you've been there. And then you're right. Why does he have a lab then?
Yeah.
It's a school though, isn't it? Maybe it's just all the departments are
True.
sharing the same building.
True.
I don't know why I'm defending everything. I'm just fuck everything.
Listen, 2 out of 3 really good defenses. You're still passing the class, Jamie. The picture of Cordelia we see is her Sunnydale High yearbook picture. Gabby, you mentioned Angel will use this photographic memory thing again in like a few episodes. And in Calvary, it will be revealed Angel knows what they did to Seidel. All right, favorite outfit? Jamie.
I always forget to think about it. And
You want me to circle back to you?
Yes.
I'll go first. In the scene where Fred is reading to Lauren, I think she looks cute. Her hair is like straight. She's got this little blue top with like floofy things. It's cute. Gabby, do you have a favorite outfit?
Not really, but I did like how Lila appeared. But I feel like that was more her aura, and not really the outfit.
That's true. That is true. Angela?
That's kind of what I was gonna say when Lila was in the back, just like,
Her hair looked
right.
great.
And herself, it was pretty fierce.
Yeah. Jamie?
Honestly, not a single outfit is sticking out in my head. So I guess like they just I liked the comic book shop guy. What was on his t-shirt?
Thwack.
Yeah. There we go. I'd wear a thwack.
I would say I would wear that shirt, Jamie. Yeah. We would cut the sleeves off though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Favorite scene, Angela?
I'm gonna say it's definitely not anything with Cordy and Connor.
Oh, it's not the kiss?
No. I kind of like when the double entendre is happening at the very beginning with Angel saying that, like too much information when he's like, oh, she was kept me up all night and they were talking about the papers. But yeah, I think that was funny.
All right. Jamie?
Obviously, Fred coming to Wesley, and them being
Jamie,
together.
I really appreciate how much you love that ship. Like, I really, really do.
I will. Oh, and I love that it ends tragically. Like, I on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a lot of fans are upset about certain things. And I'm like, those characters are still alive, though. Like, my OTP died, and I think it's great because it's so sad. I like the pain. I love it. So, yeah, it makes me, I love it.
Unpopular opinion, but I actually really liked Spike dying in the Buffy finale. Like, I liked Buffy finally saying I love you to him and then him like having a hero's death. I thought, so I know some people don't like that Spike dies, but I think it's a really good end. Like, he gets to go out with a bang, he gets to be a hero, and like they confess that they love each other. They've already done the like hot sex. So like we're doing the like emotions parts now. And like I like that. Sometimes I like a tragic end to a relationship.
I like that he gets that ending, but also then comes back in Angel season 5 because that's why that season is so perfect.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Angel and Spike together is just, no one has better chemistry than them.
No.
No one in the history of these shows has better chemistry than those two men.
Yes.
Then you know that I could write a 10-page paper on how they fucked when they were both evil. It is 100% happened.
Gabby, what was your favorite scene?
I really liked the Cordelia and Angel scene only because she's like, don't do things for me. Like, I deserve to hear my truth. And for a brief moment, we see Cordelia also having agency.
Yes.
And that's nice.
And this season, she does not have much. I think I didn't write anything. I literally watched the episode and was like, I feel like I've a scene that was my favorite. But I think before Gunn kills the professor, I like Fred confronting the professor. Like, I like everything she says to him. I like her standing up to him and her being like, no, I'm going to put you in this fucking portal because you did this to me. You've done this to other people. Fuck you. I like that. Also, I'm a petty Puerto Rican, so I love a revenge. What grade do we give this episode, Gabby?
I'm going to give it a B-.
Okay.
Is that, yeah.
That's fair.
I do really love that Cordelia rights the ship by the end of the episode, and I am really just watching for her. So that's where I'm at. But the parts with Connor, I just pretend they don't happen.
We don't see it. It's fine. Angela?
Solid C for Connor. There's some interesting things about this episode, but the ick overrides my B or A that I normally give.
That's fair. Totally fair. Jamie?
C+ for all the exact same reasons. I was going to give basically the exact same reasoning. So.
And same as well. Yes. Yeah. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for listening. I want everyone listening to know that like I actually got ahead of the game and like we did a little bulk recordings. So these are like recorded maybe a month in advance, depending on when they come out. Yeah, and I appreciate everyone kind of getting on board with them. This is the last one of the bulk recordings. So I feel delirious. If you like Slayerfest 98, you can find us on all podcasting platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can watch our video recordings because all of our recordings are video recordings on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to us and give us a good review. It helps get the podcast out there. If you want to follow us on social, we are at SlayerFestX98. If you want to follow me, I am at IanXCarlos. Gabby, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on every platform at Gabalexa.
Jamie, where can everyone find you?
Oh, follow Love in the Time of Hydra at LitoPod. If you like this show, you might like Dollhouse, and we're covering that on our Patreon. Ian just did an episode. But, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is where is our main thing. So, yeah, that's that. And add Jamie Jirak on all the other business.
Angela, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on IG at Angela MFN Rockstar, and that will link you to all the other socials, Twitter, TikTok, and blah, 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 blah.
All right, cool. Well, we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Love you. Bye.